Yo, what's up, Cowboy Country, Cowboy Headquarters, and America's team? That's right, I said Cowboy Country because that's exactly what it is. Give it up for Saturday Sit Down Barbershop Talk. Give it up. Yeah, Cowboy Country, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Headquarters, Cowboys, and Cowboys continue to be in the news as usual. Okay. Um, get right into this. First of all, I want to say thank you to all the subscribers and all those that follow this channel. Again, like I always say, without your support, we would not be over 6,000 subscribers. That's what I said, 6,000 subscribers, going on to 7,000. So we're working on it. So thank you, subscribers and followers. My job is to give you the inside scoop of what's going on with our Dallas Cowboys. And it's not, again, like I always say here on the Cowboy Huddle podcast, nothing is script. We're unapologetic about what we say because we are fanatics, fans first of our Dallas Cowboys, and we don't work for some type of production company. We may not be mainstream media, but we are the media of our Dallas Cowboys. You see the title, Dead End Job for Dallas head coaches. Dead end job for Dallas head coaches. And we're going to get into why I titled this as I did. But before we get started, do me a favor, guys. Again, in order to keep the algorithms going and keep us connected with the Cowboys and Dallas Cowboys and things that's going on there associated with Dallas Cowboys, I need you to make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share this video and also comment and hit the notification button and subscribe button so you will be notified when the latest video or live stream is posted. So, yeah, you guys know that we got a lot of stuff going on out there, and let's kind of get into this here. As far as coaches in place. So we all know that, Brian Schottenheimer is the head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. We also know that Matt Eberflus is our defensive coordinator. Now it's been reported that Clayton Adams from the Arizona Cardinals will be brought in as the offensive coordinator. I don't know. We'll see. Personally, I don't know anything about him. As far as the history, the win, the loss percentage, I'm not really up to date. I do know that it was told that James Conner played up under him. He had 2,000-yard seasons, okay. But when I look at these coaches, man, I'm just looking at what does the future look like? Can we say that this is a foundation of coaches that can basically get us where we want to go? Can we honestly say that? Well, personally, I think not. I think not. I don't know. Again, what we have to do, we have to sit here and wait and see. But again, I understand, like I told you before, the reason we brought in Brian Schottenheimer because of the relationship that he has with Dak, and because you have paid Dak this money, it was just wise to have a coach that knows Dak, knows the locker room, knows this team. So I understand why they went this route with Brian Schottenheimer. But again, will this get us where we want to go? I don't know. I have no idea. But not only am I confused as why we are not making major changes, which we hear Stephen Jones saying that we're going to make some changes. We're going to do some. That's a whole different story. His changes are different from what we see as fans. But again, not only is it me that is baffled with this hire, we've heard Michael Irvin's rant about why we didn't going a different direction, with Deion Sanders. It's been told that Deion Sanders uh, was called, but he never did get an interview again. Not sure if they would have happened or not, but the fact of the matter is, going out to after a big name that could bring some type of hope to this organization. Well, again, not only is it me and Michael Irvin that's baffled with this hire, but also Emmitt Smith has been reported, who built a Hall of Fame career as a Cowboy from 1990 to 2001 by clinching 3 Super Bowls, said, "We'll see where it goes in regards to Schottenheimer ascension." He's quoted saying, "I'm going to reserve most of my comments for a later date, but right now I'm just soaking it in," Smith said to Sports Lens. "What has happened and trying to analyze where we go from here and what it's going to look like, I don't even know who he has on his staff yet. Who he retained, who he got rid of, who he's bringing in." And also, it mentions, as a fellow Cowboys legend, Michael Irvin also recently expressed Smith found Jones's decision to overlook Deion Sanders for the job disappointing. These are coming from legendary Super Bowl Hall of Famers that are very, very much confused as far as what this organization, what these businessmen are doing with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's another report. Dan Orlovsky from ESPN, he said he addressed the situation on Friday's NFL Live and suggested that some players would be discouraged by how the team's offseason has gone. He even hinted to the possibility of some of the Cowboys star players requesting a trade based on the lack of flashy hire and the indecisive of the organization. Or what's his name? Orlovsky. God dang it. Said if I was a player in that locker room, I would be very discouraged right now. I really would. Just with the way this offseason has gone, the way last season went, the way they handled the situation with Mike McCarthy, hiring Brian Schottenheimer. He also said, "My question, I guess the most important one on mine is what Star asked out." I don't know what that means. I know that doesn't happen in Dallas, but I know that. But what Star looks at this situation, which, hold on, let me stop. I don't know what that means, but he said something about ask out. I don't know what that is. But he also said, Dan also said, "I know that doesn't happen in Dallas. I know that. But what Star looks at this situation, which one of their 5, 6, 7 best players look at this situation and truly feels we've got a real chance," he said. I chopped that up, but you know what I'm saying. And this is what Dan had to say. But again, it's just not me. It's not a lot of the fans, but it's where we are. It's where we are. The land of uncertainty. 2025 has really been different going into the season. And I said the moves that we make for 2025 could be the beginning of the end of America's team. And with these hires, I'm not sold on where we are as far as when it comes to these coaches in place and the decision to bring these coaches in. I'm not confident right now. But again, we have to see what happens. With that being said, when we talk about asking for trades and things like that, we also got to remember, head into year 5, Parson heads into 2025 off the back of 2024 campaign with a $2.9 million salary base. The Cowboys would have to pay the edge rusher significantly, considering his 52.5 sacks, 112 quarterback hits, and 256 tackles. Also, it's been reported that Dallas has been notorious in recent years for waiting to pay its star players, most notably Dak Prescott and wide receiver CeeDee Lamb. And regardless of whether a contract can be worked out in the offseason, Parson is set to make $21.4 million in 2025 on a fifth-year option. And the Cowboys could wait out for Pittsburgh Steelers, TJ Watts, and Cleveland Browns, Myles Garrett, to reset the market. So that's probably just information of why they haven't signed Micah yet. But, who knows? Again, we at that point, we don't know what's what right now. But I do want to get into this video. I do want to get into the video about what was said. I think this was on ESPN. You had Stephen A. Smith, and you had Cam Newton, I think some guy named Tank or something like that on the show. And basically they're talking about this hire, and they're talking about the hire, and they're talking about Dak's comments that he made. So, and I'm going to play this, and then I'm going to kind of elaborate on some of the things to say. I'm going to comment on some of the things they say and see, if you guys agree. But let's just get into see what they had to say. Let's get into this.
Press conference on Monday. Schottenheimer was a surprise hire. He's 51 years old, never been a head coach after serving 25 years as an assistant in the league. As for Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott, well, he was there at the press conference supporting his new coach by saying, quote, "I wanted to show him, hey, I'm going to be here with you and for you. Not only he signs for 4 years, I got 4 years left on my contract. He's tied directly to my future. So let's go be the best that we can in these 4 years." SA, your reaction to those comments from Dak? All right.
This is just a waste of my time. First of all, I don't know if J-Mac and Cam, I don't know if y'all know this, and you too, L. I don't know if you know this, but I have called Dak Prescott, I'm not meaning him as a person, but his press conferences or his interviews, the most useless waste of space that exists in professional football. He is, his words, I'm talking about his words, Cam, is a complete waste of time. You know why? All I have to do is take Dak Prescott's quotes from 8 years ago, 6 years ago, 5 years. It doesn't matter. Just replay it. It's the same old, same old. He doesn't say anything. He just doesn't say a.
And you know what? Stephen A. Smith, for him to be real cool with Jerry Jones, I got to give him his props, man. He tells it like it is. And basically, I can say what he's talking about is, for a man or a player to make this type of money, you would think you would have a lot more authority to make certain comments, make certain suggestions, basically what he's saying. But really and truly, I'm going to tell you, Dak Prescott mimics Jason Garrett's press conferences. The things you hear Dak Prescott say, it was the same thing that Jason Garrett would say in his press conference. Wouldn't say a lot, but he would say inside the lines and basically saying nothing. Same thing with Mike McCarthy. These guys are trained. They're trained well. But let's get back into this again. Check it out.
A waste of time, okay? Because all he's going to do is say the right politically correct thing, you understand, and act like there's hope and all of this other stuff, and then turn around and disappoint everybody. And then come back the next year, say, we're going to go at it again, and we believe, and all this, and then lose again. Okay, we come back this year, and we believe in ourselves, and we're very, very confident, and they're going to stink up the joint again when it counts most. This is what happens. Now, this is the part that I'm going to throw at y'all. Y'all ain't going to like this, Cam, J-Mac. Y'all ain't going to like this, but I'm going to throw this at y'all. So Dak Prescott's first 4 seasons, because I got the numbers right here, right? Dak Prescott's first 4 seasons in the National Football League, right? He had 2 Pro Bowl appearances. He had 1 playoff win and 2 starts. He earned $4.9 million. in his first
Budget.
4 years, 4.9 million ounces.
Mhm.
In his last
Now, what he's saying is because we got Dak at a 4th-round draft pick, so we got Dak for minimum wage, basically. We got him for $555,000 at 4th round. And maybe, no, I'm going to say probably $1.5 million. I think he has probably about $1.5 million for the 4 years that he was drafted. So, yeah, that's what he's saying. But what he's saying, he has more production on the 4 years than the last 5 years, so, and they're going to talk about that. And it's so true. It's so true. We got him on a budget and he came in and he balled down, but now here we are. He's going to tell the rest. Check it out.
5 years, he's had 1 playoff win, just many as he had the first 4 years. In 3 playoff starts, 1 Pro Bowl appearance compared to the 2 over the first 4 years. He's missed 31% of his games when he didn't miss no games when he wasn't getting paid.
Now, I got to stop right there. Now, you cannot control injuries. I understand what he's saying. Well, he never got hurt then, but he got hurt. That happens, It's just a matter of time when a person get hurt and the severity of the injury. So I disagree with Stephen A on that. You cannot control injuries. I've seen it firsthand with my son. So you can't control injury. We've seen Sean Lee, great player, but he just couldn't get past an injury bug. And we also can say DeMarco Murray was another one that, just the injury bug. But, I see where he's going, but I couldn't compare that with, the two contracts that he's going through right now. So I don't agree with this part.
And oh, by the way, he's collected 243.7 million ounces.
No.
243.7 million ounces. Okay? And the brother got 1 playoff win to show for it. But he gonna come.
Now that's so true now. $243 million, and we hadn't seen anything since the first 4 years. Now that's a legitimate grade. And I think you cannot debate this. It's the truth. And I know you guys are going to say, well, it was the coach's problem. It was the coach's fault. He didn't have this. He didn't have that. But again, this is football. And what he's saying is if to have collected this amount of money, we expect better things. Just saying. But anyway, we'll talk about it.
I'm out there with Brian Schottenheimer as his coach. Respectfully, nobody wanted him. Nobody was looking for him to be a head coach. And that's the guy that Dak Prescott talk about riding with. Ain't nobody buying it. Have you ever, guys, my last part, have you ever heard Dallas Cowboy fans as quiet as they've been over the last few months? Ever. When they were winning 3 games a year, I heard them louder. Oh. They've lost all hope. And it seems like the Cowboys, meaning Dak Prescott and Jerry Jones, they're the only ones who haven't noticed. Floor's y'all's.
Okay, so what we have here, Stephen A., is a perfect example of what as we call the transformation from an alley cat to a house cat. Or a fat cat. So now the alley cat, man, he's like scavenging for bones and trying to go into any type of situation to get food to eat.
He's resourceful.
He's like, oh, I got to get it. It's mine or it's going to be yours, and I'll be damned if it's going to be yours. Mm-hmm. Now, when you get rescued and then now you come into their house and now, somebody's putting the warm milk out there for you, that's what you seen the first 4 years.
Give it up. I think we saw this with Zeke as well. We saw this situation with Zeke. When Zeke was under the first 4 years, man, I mean, Zeke was putting, talking about feed me. And then once he got paid, and that's one thing I can say about Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick took players from nowhere, from places and schools and free agency that nobody knew their names outside of Randy Moss and Tom Brady and a few others. But these guys, Danny Amendola, nobody knew him, but they brought him in. Wes Welker and all these guys, nobody really know these players, but he brought these players in, and knowing that they were not big names, but they were players that was hungry. They were alley cats. Give it up. So, let's check this out.
Prescott was an alley cat out there scavenging. No, Jerry Jones said, hold on, no. Come in here to the mansion.
They got a bet on it.
Oh, $260 million. That's what
243.
43.
240.
So,
243.
I'm sorry, I was off. My numbers were off.
counting.
No,
It seems like you and Dak.
I'm here for you. I'm here for you,
and
baby.
Dak
I'm
sharing
here
the
for you.
same pilots.
243.7.
But
You know what I'm saying?
what I'm saying is when Coach Schottenheimer was named as the head coach, I, along with other people, was like, who is what? But this goes to show you that this move now fits Jerry Jones so perfectly because now Jerry Jones is the team owner, right?
Mhm.
Jerry Jones is the president, right? Jerry Jones is the general manager, right? This move now makes Jerry Jones the head coach.
I'm gonna stop right there. I'm going to stop right there because basically that is exactly where we are. Jerry Jones have brought in coaches that he can coach. I'm just telling you like a TI is. Jerry has made a move, and if you didn't see Jerry's interview when they brought Brian Schottenheimer in it, Jerry said, I've been around a lot of coaches. I even wanted to be a coach. So I know a thing or two about coaches. Yeah. So now, and I told you guys this before, Jerry sits in the players' meeting. Jerry sits in the coaches' meeting. Jerry this year will have his ball cap on, his whistle, and his own set of plays. Again, these are coaches that they have brought in that's going to listen to Jerry. That's going to do what Jerry wants to do. Again, we are looking at two businessmen, Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, doing coaches' business. But this is what they want. And for Stephen Jones to give us the air quotes, as he mentioned, the drought, as they say we are in, it's evidence that these guys are all about making money. It ain't about winning Super Bowls. It's about making money. And this which leads me to why I titled this video Dead End Job for Dallas head coaches. TJ from Cincinnati. TJ, who's your mama? That's what I call him. I don't mean to wreck his name, but TJ, who's your mama, whatever. He said something. And they was talking about the Cowboys, and they was talking about the hire of Brian Schottenheimer. And TJ said this. He said, what Dallas is doing is hiring coaches which have become dead-end job for any head coach that comes to Dallas. This is what TJ said, and it makes a lot of sense. He's like, you know what? This is what this is all about. These are dead-end jobs for head coaches when they come coach for the Dallas Cowboys. Let's talk about it. And let's talk about the previous coach, because this is exactly what he said. This is his where he said. So we had Mike McCarthy as head coach for 4 to 5 years. Where is Mike McCarthy right now? Before Mike McCarthy, Jason Garrett. Where is Jason Garrett right now? And what we're saying is they were never offered jobs after they left the Dallas Cowboys. Before Jason Garrett, it was Wade Phillips. Where is Wade Phillips? Was he offered a job after he left Dallas? No. Before Wade Phillips, it was Bill Parcells. Was Bill Parcells offered a job after he left Dallas? No. So, fellow fans and followers of our Dallas Cowboys, it's a setup. It's a setup for failure by these business owners. Let me do this here. That's what it is. Somebody's trying to call. It's a setup for failure. It's a dead end job for head coaches. Now, if you were smart enough, like Kellen Moore and Dan Quinn, you would get the puck up out of Dallas. As they did. And with that saying now, I have to also report this. Your 2024 Coach of the Year is, drum roll, Commanders head coach Dan Quinn. As voted on by NFL on Fox fans. So let's give it up for Dan Quinn. You see what I'm saying? You have to leave Dallas. Don't get released by Dallas, but take the offer. When someone offers to bring you in as a head coach, you take it. But don't get released. You get released or they fire you. Your career is ended. But it took Dan Quinn to leave from Dallas to go over to the Commanders to be called the head coach of the year. Dead end job for Dallas head coaches. Can we really say that this coaching staff we got in place is better than with what we had? I don't know. We don't know. Now, what Brian Schottenheimer asked for, he said, I need some kick-ass coaches. You got one guy you got a D-line coach from the Jets, coach from the Arizona Cardinals. Then you got Matt Eberflus. What have they won? But anyway, guys, I just wanted to get on here and share that information with you. I understand, some of us are excited, but I can't be excited. I'm sorry. I just can't be excited. This is a Jason Garrett hire. This is a Wade Phillip hire. This is this is what we are used to seeing. And this is something that we are used to every year since the Jimmy Johnson era, the Tom Landry era. But 30 years, and this man is still set in his ways that I'm going to do things my way instead of taking ownership of my bad decision, my bad choices. But damn it, we're going to do it my way. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot, man, for stopping through, sitting down with me on Saturday. Sit down, straight barbershop talk. Again, make sure you do the like, share, and subscribe button for me again, because we're moving on. And again, like I say, even though it's off season, I'm going to bring you the inside scoop. And I'm going to give a big shout out to ESPN and all those that we just heard, and because they feel the same way we feel. They think the same way we think. Some of us on this podcast. But again, if you think different, that's fine. But if you think different than what we spoke about, leave a comment down below and help me understand why this was a great move or a good move or whatever the case may be. But again, along with myself, Michael Irvin, Emmett Smith, Dan Orlovsky, and that's all. I think we all think the same way. But okay, guys, you guys go ahead and enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I got some work to do. This rain has passed, and I guess it's a great day outside, so I got to do some things. And make sure you share this video. But I'd love to hear your comments. But again, like I always say, guys, stay safe and continue to be